people are, this is so interesting. Mostly when we are talking about moving from the past, people are thinking about forgetting about a broken relationship, correct? Most of them are thinking like that. But here's an example again. I lost one of the dearest person in my life, who is my father, 3.5 years ago, right? Now, obviously, intellectually, I know I have to move on, because when he passed, I mean, just to give an example, 3 days before he passed away, I was doing a workshop. And I remember that he was, just miming. He wasn't able to speak. So I touched his feet, left for the workshop, and I spoke in his ears that I'll do my workshop and come back. And he just did this. And 11th day after he passed away, I was doing a workshop again. So I think I went through the most traumatic time in my life. Even today, if you say, are you free from the past? I will say no and yes. Why no? Because am I miserable and stuck into depression? No. Have I moved ahead in life? Yes. Have I built my skills and marched towards my vision? Yes. Have I completely wiped him out? No. So what is this, dynamic of moving and not moving away? And sometimes we have this such fixed notion that we have to move away in such a way that everything shuts down. So my question to all of you is that, what is true acceptance of whatever has happened? Failure has happened, somebody has rejected us, our heart is broken many times. What does it mean to
So Nitin, can I
truly
share?
accept?
It would be, yeah, it would be a bit elaborate, but yeah, for me, as I said, one past incident, like, recently, 6 months back, I lost my dad. That moment, as I said, now, uh, absolutely, there was no regret as such, because as in whatever was there in my hand since he was bedridden for 3 years, whatever I could have done, I did my best. So there was no regret as such. But yes, when we talk about some incidents or some people in past, and what I feel, you may correct me if I'm wrong, like whenever we don't give our best, I think so that time the past, we are not able to pull out ourselves from the past, because that regret is there. So one way, as I feel, is in the current situation, if I compare with the past, whatever I didn't do, maybe in this current scenario or in future, I can make things work in the way which I missed in the last episodes, or with people, or with some events. So I can make sure in my current association or engagement or work, I can rectify those things. Then maybe it will not hamper me in the future.
Sure.
One way of,
So yeah, so one way of looking at it is that I choose my actions mindfully in the future, so that I don't repeat the wrong actions of the past. And that is my interpretation of moving away from the past. Yes or no? Okay, let's unfold this a little bit. And I'm going to share a small two stories again, because I'm a storyteller at my heart. So two stories. One story is of this girl who went to a mindfulness practitioner, because she had multiple lower back surgeries, and her pain wouldn't go. Excruciating pain used to come up from her lower back every time. All doctors had failed. So she went to this mindfulness coach and a practitioner, and they were doing a body scan exercise. Okay. And while doing the body scan exercise, like we did in the first session, we observe each body part mindfully and just accept whatever is happening. So when she started observing her lower back, excruciating painful sensations started coming up. And she told the practitioner, I want to give up. And he said, don't worry, I am here to hold this space for you. If any memories or sensations are arising, let them arise. And then she was twitching, and because the practitioner was there's a safe space, she went through the experience. And when she came out of that experience, she says, I want to share something profound that happened, which I thought in my mind I had gotten over it, but now I realize I haven't. And what was that experience? When I was 17-year-old, I was raped by a man, and I was thrusted at the edge of a table, and my lower back was hurting very badly. But to not experience the excruciating physical agony, I focused my attention on the crippling on the window so that I don't experience the physical pain. And after the event, I just kept looking at the crippling on the window because I gave up all the resistance. The person was too mighty for me to resist. And after the event was happened, I just walked out like a dead person. Now, she went through various therapies. Okay, I am safe now. My past no more hampers me. All these affirmations were done, and I can trust myself. I am safe in this world. I am protected. But still, the back pain wouldn't go. And now, when this experience happened, now suddenly she says, actually, now, if I look back at my event in life, yes, it was unfortunate. Yes, it was most barbaric that I went through. But right now, I don't know why. I have a different understanding of what has happened to me. And the practitioner says, what is your understanding? And she says, somehow today I feel completely liberated. Now, what is it that happened with this person? What happened is, now I'm going to use a little technical jargon here, but I'll simplify. There are two kinds of memory integration that happens in our body and the brain, okay? And it is called as horizontal integration and vertical integration. In short, the integration of any events has to happen in our logical mind, but it also has to happen in our physical, emotional, energy body. If that integration doesn't happen totally, then we are treating our past events only with our logical mind, seeming that we have got over it. And that's the biggest trap. So all of us, look at how we have tried to design our life. We have tried to get over our past only with the head. But you are repeating to yourself, I don't want to think about that person. I don't want to think about that person. And suddenly at midnight, you are alone. You pick up your phone. You don't know what is happening in your body. And you send a message, I miss you even today. I wish you were here. Cross your heart and tell me if you haven't done this in your life, at least once. And if you haven't done it, then you are a Buddha, enlightened. Okay. And sometimes we do it multiple times, especially when we are feeling lonely, when we are feeling nobody loves and cares for me, or we are feeling that, oh, today when I'm successful, I remember first time when I drove my car out of the showroom, how my father hugged me. And I start crying as if, I'm missing him right now, if my father should be here. What is this saying? That in my mind, I thought I moved over the incident or gotten over it, but the body stores it for a very, very long time. And the body, you do whatever with your mind, the body will do its own drama. Sometimes I remember even today, I'm driving my car and suddenly I miss my father and tears start rolling down my eyes. And there's no connection. I have not watched anything. I have not done anything bad to me. I have not listened to melancholy music, but still the body does it. And then we go into suppressing these emotions, and then again going through the mind saying that, why am I feeling bad? I should not feel bad. My father is in the safe space. I know God is taking care of him. I know he's free from his suffering, because he was really suffering with cancer. And yes, Madhuri, it is called as the cellular memory of the body. Eckhart Tolle calls it as the pain body. Everything is stored in the cells of our body, and it stores immense amount of memory. For example, when I was doing my landmark forum course, when I was 6 months old, ceiling had fallen down on my forehead. Okay, and I was unconscious for 24 hours, and the doctors had given ultimatum to my parents, if he doesn't come to consciousness, you forget him, he will not survive. So 6 month old, unconscious. When I was going through the landmark process and we were going through deep meditation, can you imagine? I felt the same fear in my every fiber of my body. So while that time I may be 34, 35, whatever my age, but the body still threw all that was stored inside. And the real cleansing, the real getting over any event or failure is this integration has to happen. And so how many times, friends, we pay attention to what our body is doing? Because so many times we are just here in our heads and rationalizing everything because we have a lot of information, we are educated, right? And therefore, friends, the mindfulness practice of body scanning is a must for all the intellectual warriors like us, because we have gone away, far away from our bodies. And scientifically also, our mind and body are integrated. Whatever happens in the mind, the body is affected. Whatever happens in the body, the mind is affected. Would you agree? So therefore, unless and until this happens, and unless and until we experience these changing realities in the present moment without judging them, but holding the space for whatever my body is trying to cleanse. And therefore, I meet a lot of people, they say, I lost my father 10 years ago. I still can't speak about him in front of people. Why? Because you have suppressed all the emotions that your body is throwing at you in the present moment. And all the time going in the mind saying, no, I must feel all right. I must be strong. My father wants me to be happy. Da da da. All the commentary here. It doesn't help. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Even past broken relationships. For example, yesterday I shared the story of this girl that I peacefully broke up with. I drew a line. Does that mean I've fully gotten over? No. It means sometimes when I'm alone, I might just feel those memories, my body throwing again the hug that I have experienced, right? And now imagine I'm in love with somebody else, and suddenly I start feeling these sensations in my body, and I go in the head, hey, it is कितना पापी हूँ मैं, ऐसा कैसे सोच रहा हूँ ये पास्ट के बारे में, ऐसा मैंने नहीं करना चाहिए. No, it is wrong. You are not being immoral. You are not being cheating on your partner. It's nothing like that. Just that in the present moment, the body is cleansing itself. Rather than suppressing it and packing it up deep down inside you, allow those body sensations to come, because that is the real process of integrating your physical and intellectual memory. And of course, does that mean I will go running to her home? I still miss you? No. I will just accept whatever is happening. And if in that moment, if I feel the feeling of love again towards her, पता है mind अगली game खेलने लगता है. अरे क्या? I am already in a new relationship. How can I feel this about the other person, the earlier person now? I thought I have moved on. Again, the game of the mind, and the mind is ugly. It will trick us. It will trick us into these games. And the more we fall trapped to this, the more we go deeper into this. So maybe in that moment, I'm missing that person again. So for example, I was sharing this with someone. There are only 3-4 people in my life with whom I have had a very, very, very uh, intense romantic experience. And one of that persons, it took me a few years to, while intellectually I knew and all the time blessed this person, and I, may you be happy, and all this current drama, मैंने उसको WhatsApp पे ब्लॉक कर दिया, अब अनब्लॉक नहीं कर सकता, अब अनब्लॉक करना ही नहीं है. फिर एक दिन सोच के देखा, एक बार अनब्लॉक करते हैं तो 50 मैसेज आए, and all this drama that we keep on playing. You don't have to do anything of all that. It took a few years. Why? Because my body probably stored something very, very strongly, because it was a deep, deep experience for me. So what happened in times when I was lonely, when I was, not with someone, or when I'm looking for a relationship, the body will throw back all those memories. And in that point of time, like the great Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh says, hold yourself with love and compassion. Container banao apne aap ko, apna dil ek container banao, and hold whatever is arising in your body in the form of sensations, and become mindful of your thoughts. Just mindfully witnessing everything. Witnessing everything. And when you mindfully witness everything, we are untying the emotional knots that have happened in our physical body. और इसी के लिए एक ब्रेकअप के बाद में पता है लोग क्या कमेंट्री करने लगते हैं, अभी नेक्स्ट रिलेशनशिप में ना कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं, बहुत किया मैंने पहले रिलेशनशिप में, अब मैं बिल्कुल प्रैक्टिकल रहने वाला हूँ. कैसे हो सकता है? इसका मतलब है आप कह रहे हो मैं अभी सारे पॉसिबिलिटीज को मैंने बंद कर दिया है प्यार करने के. ऐसे थोड़ी होगा. It's not possible. We have to cleanse and jump again into the river of love or what belongingness and everything. And sometimes it can be tough because some people will stay in our physical memory for a very long time. You may wipe them out from your mind memory, intellectual memory, but the physical memory will be very deep. I still remember sometimes I lost my grandmother 28 years ago. I still sometimes remember, she used to have a little that theli tucked into her sari that used to be her wallet. She used to pull out a 10 rupee note और मेरे हाथ में देती थी और मुझे कहती थी जा बच्चा खा कुछ खा के आ जा, स्वीट खरीद ले अपने लिए. I still sometimes my body will throw that memory because I used to, when I was a little kid, I used to sleep with her in her embrace every single day, more with her than with my mom. So my body knows it, my body stores it. So the real getting over is, don't think that it's permanent getting over because you will start struggling with yourself. But the real getting over is, yes, we have moved on with our actions and we have to take actions which are not supporting our current well-being. But the body will throw all those memories in the present moment, even though we have moved on with our actions. That time, just become kind and compassionate towards yourself. Whatever is arising, acknowledge. Acknowledge. And the moment you acknowledge, maybe whatever you are thinking that this is, I am again feeling love for the past lost relationship, maybe it is not love, you're feeling lust and you have to accept that. Or maybe it is just that you are feeling needy, or maybe it is just that you just want right now somebody as a confidant, right now as a confidant to share, that's it. लेकिन हमारा दिमाग बड़ा शैतान है, नहीं ये प्यारी है, कंफर्म्ड. हमें सब कुछ कंफर्म बड़ा जल्दी करना है लाइफ में, हमें इन्वेस्टिगेट नहीं करना है. एंड समटाइम्स कितनी बार जब लोग हमसे रात को 2 बजे तक बात करते हैं, हमें लगता है ये प्यार हो गया, अभी ये प्यारी है, कंफर्म्ड है. नहीं, शायद ये मेरी लोनलीनेस को पैचअप करने का एक तरीका था मेरे लिए. ये भी इन्वेस्टिगेट करना बहुत जरूरी है माइंडफुली. सो माइंडफुलनेस प्रैक्टिस सेज डू नॉट कंफर्म and come into quick judgments. Investigate it deeper and just be honest. There's a brilliant reward for being honest, because the moment we are honest, then we untie these emotional knots. Our body is completely cleansed of those memories, and plus now the intellectual integration supports us, and then a prayer might emerge. I wish you well, I wish you be at peace. लेकिन कभी कभी जो पास्ट ब्रोकन रिलेशनशिप का मैसेज आ जाता है, हे व्हाट्सअप, एंड यू से एवरीथिंग ऑल राइट, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन योर लाइफ, एंड ही और शी सेज आई एम डेटिंग समवन, और हमारा दिल जोरों से धड़कने लगता है, धाड़ 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 धाड़. और पता चलता है यार, आई ऑलवेज टोल्ड हिम और हर दैट यू शुड मूव ऑन, फाइंड अ पार्टनर. अब जब मिल गया तो मेरी क्यों वाट लग रही है? क्योंकि मैंने दिमाग को समझा के रखा था इतने दिनों तक, दिल बॉडी में क्या हो रहा है मेरे को पता ही नहीं है, और इसी के लिए वाट लग रही है हमारी. और फिर देन वी पता है क्या, देन वी स्टार्ट ब्लेमिंग द अदर पर्सन. यू अगेन चीटेड ऑन मी, यू केप्ट इट हिडन फ्रॉम मी, और सारा ब्लेम गेम वापस शुरू हो जाता है. ये सब ड्रामेबाजी करने की हमें जरूरत नहीं है. हमारे अंदर जो आ रहा है हम उसको ऑनेस्टली देखें, और सेल्फ काइंडनेस एंड सेल्फ कंपैशन से उस स्पेस को बस हम होल्ड करें. दैट इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प अस to move on in life without carrying the baggage of physical memory and intellectual memory. And sometimes the physical memory will come up, it's fine, we are human beings. Like I said, I lost my grandmother 28 years ago. After that, I lost her son, who is my father. But still, both of them remain in my physical memory and my intellectual memory also. And they will come. They will come in certain important events, because now my younger sister has conceived yesterday and we got the good news. The memory came, I wish dad was here, because he's not seen, he passed away without seeing a grandchild. बॉडी में आएगा तो क्या करे, अपने फिर से दिमाग से समझाए बॉडी को, या फिर बॉडी में जो भी आ रहा है उसको एक्सेप्ट करे. और इसको कहते हैं टू लिव with complete internal emotional freedom. That does not mean you choose wrong actions, but internal emotional freedom is acknowledging what is happening inside me. Okay, I'm going to pause. Before we move on to a small sadhana, I'm going to now pause for few comments and questions. And I see already a few comments here. Garima said, I did that. Atmika says we suppress to shield ourselves from feeling the pain. Absolutely. We don't want to go through that. But you know what? If we want to liberate ourselves from the pain, the only way is to suffer, the art of suffering. Only then liberation happens. Chocolate खा के liberation नहीं आएगा जब pain हो रहा है तब. या फिर holy water से liberation नहीं आएगा, वो suppression आएगा, liberation कभी नहीं आएगा. Okay. Yeah.
Relation to her question only. A lot of people say this ki healing honi chahiye, give yourself time and all, but is it also healing needs effort? And I think just sitting without doing anything and feeling I will heal, but isn't it a lot of effort that we have to put in that time of healing to be healed?
Very good question again. Do we put a lot of effort, or do we just keep sitting? Someday God's grace will descend into me and I will be healed. Okay.
Yeah.
Now again, very good question. Okay. So while we can take efforts in the external world, so for example, लोगों के अभी देखो common efforts क्या है हमारे, चलिए बताइए. Common effort, मैं अपने आप को busy कर लूँगा. One effort. I will drown myself in work. Another effort. I will go drinking. Another effort. I will block every contact from his or her circle and block him or her also. Another effort. I will not think about love only for the next 3 years. Another effort. Okay. So what are we trying to do is we're trying to deal with the problem again through the mind, which will help. I'm not saying it will not help, but at the same time, we must do something for the soul, which means the healing, where we do mindfulness practices to go inward to investigate what is happening. Because the true liberation will come. For example, let's say you have drowned yourself into work, लेकिन 10 मिनट का भी ब्रेक मिलता है ना उस टाइम पे, और आप फुल्ली हील नहीं हो ना, आप बॉडी से छटपटाओ रहे, कुछ ना कुछ करते रहोगे, व्हाट्सएप पे टेक्सटिंग करोगे, ध्यान इधर उधर रहेगा, हमेशा म्यूजिक की जरूरत पड़ेगी कान में लगाकर, हमेशा कोई ना कोई बात करने के लिए चाहिए. This is not the process of healing. It's the process of damaging ourselves more. And what we do in the process is, when we are saying I will do external world effort, we are saying I will not meet my emotions face to face when they come up. That can be very, very damaging. So do constructive things while you're doing things in the outer world. Slow down. For example, अगर हमें 102 बुखार है, हम नाचते हैं क्या कभी? स्लो डाउन करते हैं ना लाइफ में. वैसे दिल को भी बुखार आ सकता है ना, तो थोड़ा स्लो डाउन करना जरूरी है, अंदर इन्वेस्टिगेट करना जरूरी है, to soothe our emotions. And that is the effort we need, Pooja, to soothe ourselves within, to soothe our emotional currents, to have self-love and compassion, like we talked about ourselves, maybe writing a letter, just slowing down, listening to something that gets you into good spirit, not listening to heavy metal and all that. That's just distraction. Everything, friends, has to be dealt within. And when we talked about emotions, we said the body takes the assault first. And imagine if you have come out from a very profound relationship, how much the body must be yearning to go back to those memories, because again, it's a strong pattern in the brain. So that's my answer. So my answer, to sum up, while you're taking every care in the external world to keep yourself busy, find time to come back inward, because that's where the real healing has to happen. And beautiful mindfulness practice can help you. Even pain can be the source of your meditation. And when you enter into your pain mindfully, you don't have to make any extra effort. That itself is liberation, watching your pain. So हमने सारे running away techniques ढूंढ के निकाले. We have to find a way to come back, not to run away continuously, so that we are open. Yeah.
So one thing which I feel, it's perfectly all right that look within and heal within, and I totally am with you on that. But I also feel that just the example which you gave, that when you meet someone and communicate to the person that I need help, like I know a lot of relationship oriented people, after they have a breakup or they are not with someone for years, they are not doing anything, and they are feeling the healing will happen even if they are looking internally, that void of having someone is still there. So the effort, can it also be to go out and still meet, but still come from a place of mindful conversations, because in that process the other person also helps you in some way to find maybe a right match. I mean, I feel a mindful conversation or coming from a point of mindful effort to go out there and still find someone, because relationship is what we need for some people, isn't that also a kind of mindfulness?
That comes in a later stage. First you have to, for example, lot of people, पता है कि कैसे मिलते हैं लोगों से, मैं बहुत अकेला हो गया हूँ लाइफ में, अभी किसी से जाके मिलता हूँ, गया, आप दूसरे की भी वाट लगाओगे, आप दूसरे की भी वाट लगाओगे अकेलेपन में जाके मिलोगे तो, क्योंकि जब ये अकेलापन खत्म हो जाएगा ना, फिर देन यू विल स्टार्ट डायलॉग्स, मुझे मेरी स्पेस चाहिए, हाँ, आई एम वेरी इंडिविजुअली ड्रिवन, आई हैव अ स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंस ऑफ इंडिविजुअलिटी, वो नहीं चलेगा. तो पहले जब आप लोगों से जाके मिलते हैं, उसके पहले ये कंफर्म करिए कि आपने अपने आप को पूरा हील कर रखा है, और इसी के लिए इनवर्ड आना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स विद दैट स्पेस गो एंड ओपन योर हार्ट आउट टू द वर्ल्ड. यार, देयर आर 7.5 बिलियन पीपल इन दिस वर्ल्ड, लेकिन मैं अकेला हूँ, मुझे कौन मिलेगा, अब मेरे लाइफ में कौन प्यार करेगा मेरे को, और फिर जाके दूसरे की जिंदगी भी खराब. Because the moment your loneliness is over, you both of you will become miserable towards each other. दोनों को दिमाग खराब करोगे, फिर आपके दोनों के रूम में सेपरेट टेलीविजन लगेगा, आपको सेपरेट म्यूजिक के चॉइसेस होंगे आपके, और फिर कुछ एक नीडीनेस की वजह से आप इकट्ठे आओगे, फिर सेपरेट हो जाओगे, और वो प्रॉब्लम है. Have I answered you now?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Stage 2, I feel.
Huh?
Stage 1 is looking inward. Stage 2 is taking mindful actions.
Absolutely.
With the awareness that what I want and how I want to approach.
Absolutely. You know, I'm going to tell you a story. My sister has had a remarriage, you know, and my mom used to very interestingly say, hey, इतना अपना दिल मत देके बैठो नए रिलेशनशिप में, वो बहुत लास्ट वाला याद रखना. And she used to all the time say, no mom, I want to give it my all. How beautiful was that approach? I want to give it my all, even to the new possibility. Whether it will last for a lifetime, we don't know. But that's such a brilliant way to open your heart and cleanse yourself. I want to give it my all, not preserving any boundaries anymore, because human beings don't function like this. Once we start putting up walls, do you think the other person is going to be very kind and compassionate to come and paste ghee on your wall every day? No. They will also start putting up walls. Then it's only a trade exchange. Okay, so now